Happy Tuesday, YouTube family. How are you doing today? Today, I am back with 6 work from home job leads that I would like to share with you. And I'm giving you part and full time opportunity. And we're going to be talking about a company, Humana is hiring. Now, go grab your coffee and your tea, your notepad, and let's take some notes and let's dive right into it, okay? As you can see on the screen, the company Humana is hiring prior authorization administration coordinators to work from home. This is a full time position. And you can see here where it says, yes, you can work from home. Now, when we scroll down, the first thing that we're looking for is how much we're going to get paid. So we're going to go all the way down and see the salary. The salary is between 40K all the way up to 52,300 per year. That is around $19 and $25 an hour. Now, we dive in a little bit just to see what you're going to be doing here. We're going to go all the way up. You're going to support the nurse to process discharge orders and arrange a safe facility discharge. You're going to work with nurse, pharmacy, medical directors, and other departments. You're going to make calls to nurse, hospitals, skilled nursing facilities, and other vendors. You're going to document all calls and requests. You're going to search for Medicare and Medicaid guidelines. You're going to return call for all voice messages received the same day. You're going to process provider and member letters like letters of agreements, approvals, denials. You're going to mail letters to members, assist the team with various clerical administrative tasks as necessary, participate in special projects as assigned by your supervisor or manager. Now, the skills that they want you to have is 1 or more years experience with utilization review and our prior authorization, 1 or more years of healthcare experience, working knowledge of Microsoft Word, Excel, and Outlook. I tell y'all to go to Microsoft 365 training where you can learn for free. And you must live in Central Standard Time or Eastern Standard Time state. They want you to be able to work Mondays through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and work 1 weekend a quarter, schedule subject to change based on business needs. I'm not going to go prefer qualification because that means if you have it, that's great. If you don't worry about it. Also, I tell y'all to explore within the company. To my right, as you can see, there are different opportunities also that you can apply for if you come across this job and it's no longer available. But if you would like to apply for this job, all you need to do is scroll down like I'm doing here. And you can hit the apply button right here, apply now. And then also, I just want to bring to your attention, if you're not aware, you can also put your email address and sign up for notifications. Every time when Humana is hiring, they will send you an email letting you know that they're hiring, so you can go ahead and apply. This is job number 1. Job number 2 is with this company here, right here, as you can see on the screen. They're seeking specialized 1 prior authorization to work from home. This is a full-time, and yes, you can work from home. Now, the salary is between $16.13 an hour all the way up to $18.97 an hour. Okay. Now, when you dive in, they want you to work Mondays to Friday, 8-hour shift between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then when you go down a little bit further, you're going to be responsible for answering the inbound calls from patients, prescribers, and other healthcare professionals. You're going to be responsible for contacting doctors to obtain necessary information. You're going to be responsible for managing the assigned workflow queues. You're going to be responsible for accurate and thorough documentation of information and prescription orders set up. And then you're going to also have the employee will act in accordance with all applicant federal and state laws and with the highest ethical standards that will consistently strive to achieve. Thus, legal and ethical compliance is an essential duty of each employee and other duties as assigned. Now, with this job, they only require a high school diploma or GED, some college preferred, CPHT preferred, pharmacy technology license or pharmacy technology training license is strongly preferred, and state requiring for pharmacy technician license, minimal 2 years of pharmacy support experience or healthcare environment experience preferred. You have to have the ability to work schedule. Our shifts may vary based on department needs. Hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mondays through Thursday, and 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Friday. Okay? So if this is something that you want to do, then make sure you go ahead and apply immediately before this job is no longer available. These jobs move very quickly, so all you need to do is go ahead and apply today. Okay? So this is job number 2. Okay? Job number 2. So go ahead and apply immediately for this job here. Now, job number 3 is with the same company, but it is with a different job title. They're seeking reimbursement specialists, want to work from home. This is a full-time position, and you make between $18.67 an hour all the way up to $21.96 an hour. They want to work Mondays through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Again, when you dive in a little bit deeper, you're going to be responsible for ongoing monitoring of claims, activity for accuracy and successful submission, responsible for ensuring that patient billing information is set up appropriately in the pharmacy software. You're going to participate as necessary in conference and meeting related to reimbursement billing. You're going to respond to employee, patient, client questions or complaints regarding reimbursement and our billing. You're going to work with internal teams to review and resolve claim issues. You're going to maintain accurate reference information related to reimbursement and copay assistance. You're going to be responsible for accurate and thorough documentations of information, ensure and prescription orders within the patient's file. Now, again, they want you to have a high school diploma or equivalent, some college preferred, CPHT preferred, pharmacy technology license or pharmacy technician training license is strongly preferred, and state required pharmacy technician license, experience with pharmacy health plan or clinical insurance claim billing benefit, assessment billing claims documentation or claims audit is preferred. And then you go down a little bit further here. If this is something you want to do, make sure you go ahead and apply today for this job. This is job number 3. Okay. Now, job number 4 is with the company Cardinal Health. They're seeking reimbursement coordinators to work from home. You scroll down here. It is a full-time position, and we're looking to see how much we're going to get paid. Okay. We're going to go all the way down here. We're going to look and see if we're going to get how much we're going to get paid here. And the great thing about it, you're going to go through some training for this particular job here. But when we scroll down, the salary is between, let's try it again, y'all. The salary is between $21.50 per hour all the way up to $30.70 per hour, which is good. And again, when we go up here, your new hire training will take place 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time the first week of employment. Mandatory attendance is required. This position is a full-time position. They want you to work 40 hours a week. Employees are required to have a flexibility to work at a scheduled shift of Mondays through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay? Now, we dive in a little bit deeper about what you're going to be doing on this particular job. Is you're going to be the first point of contact on inbound calls and determine needs and handle accordingly. You're going to create and complete accurate application for enrollment with a sense of urgency. You're going to conduct outbound correspondence when necessary to help support the needs of the patient in our program. You're going to resolve patients' questions and any representative for the patient's concerns regarding the status of their request for assistance. You're going to maintain accurate and detailed notation for every interaction using the appropriate database for the inquiry. You're going to also assess patient financial ability to afford therapy and provide hand-on guidance to appropriate financial assistance. You're going to be working alongside teammates to best support the needs of the patient population. You're going to track any care plan issues and report any changes, updates, or trends to management. You're going to search insurance options and explain various programs to the patient while helping them to select the best coverage options for their situation. And then as needed, conduct research associated with issues regarding the payer, physician office, and pharmacy to resolve issues. They're looking for someone to have 3 to 6 years of experience preferred, high school diploma, GED, or equivalent work experience preferred, patient support service experience preferred, clear knowledge of Medicare A, B, C, and D, Medicaid and commercial payer policy and guidelines for coverage preferred. And if this is something you want to do, make sure you go ahead and apply immediately, okay? Make sure you go ahead and apply immediately here, okay? So this is job number 4. Job number 5, okay? Job number 5 is with support strategy. They're seeking remote accounting part-time, and they're saying you have to be in Texas in order to do this job. You can work 25 to 30 hours a week. And when we dive in and see how much you're going to get paid, the salary is between $30 to $35 an hour. And basically, you're going to provide exceptional accounting and operational service to their clients. You're going to demonstrate a thorough understanding of professional accounting and bookkeeping practice. You're going to support client onboarding process for all assigned client engagement in accordance with defined process. You're going to collaborate with your manager and other associates on your team to ensure all clients are delighted with their service through timely and effective communication. You're going to identify and recommend to your manager areas where supporting strategy may be able to provide additional service or tools to drive additional clients value. And then again, you're going to participate in recurring team and one-on-one video check-in meetings to ensure you're aligned for success. Confidence in learning and embracing new technology to solve client issues. They're looking for a minimum of a bachelor's degree in accounting, finance, or business, 5+ years of full cycle accounting experience, like in accounts payable, accounts receivable, closing books, monthly and prepare financial reporting analysis, 1+ years of transactional accounting experience using QuickBooks or NetSuite, experience in multi-client environment, highly preferred, capacity and commitment to work 25 to 30 hours a week during the business hours, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Central Standard Time, Mountain Standard Time, or Pacific Standard Time. And again, that pay range is between $30 to $35 an hour. If this is something you want to do, you scroll down like I'm doing, complete the application to the best of your ability, and then you scroll down and complete everything, and then you hit that submit button, okay? All you have to do is submit application. This is opportunity number 5. Opportunity number 6 is with this company here, as you can see on the screen, is a test preparation company. They're seeking central service thorough processing exam prep writer, okay? Sterile processing exam prep writer, okay? This is a part-time position. Now, in this role, they do want you to have a CRPDT, RCS, CRT credential or experience training individuals seeking one of those certification. And they do want you to have strong working knowledge of following topics here, as you can see on the screen. And when we scroll down, we're looking for the salary. The salary is between $20 to $40 an hour. They do offer flexible schedules, but again, they want you to have this license here is required here. And you'll be a contractor. This position is open to anyone working in the United States. And even though it says this right here, the month, it's still current. I reach out to hiring manager just to double check. As you can see, it is a part-time contract position here, okay? So basically what you're going to do is you're going to perform research supporting personal understanding of the content in order to communicate it effectively and thorough. You're going to write high-quality, unique instructional content to help them best serve customers. You're going to work with their project managers to ensure submit work meets required quality. You're going to respond quickly and positive to constructive feedback, making all necessary edits to submit work. You're going to provide weekly updates to demonstrate study progress, okay? So that's basically what you're going to be doing here. And if this is something you want to do, you want to scroll down like I'm doing and complete your application, full name, phone number, email address, attach a resume and a cover letter. I'm not a robot bot, and hit submit, okay? Now, when you go to these jobs here, a lot of times these jobs move very, very quickly, and you can always explore within the company and see what they have to offer. That is what I suggest you to do, is explore what's in the company. If I do this here, they have questions, and I copy and paste this to another spot right here. You can scroll down and you can see right here where they talk about your application FAQs. They're talking about how the application works, for job seekers and all of that here. But you can also go back and, like I said, you can explore within the company and see what other opportunities that they have. And in order for you to explore, you might have to say, whatever this company is, it's right here. This is what I do here. I copy and paste this, and I will go into another tab and say, work from home, say home jobs, okay? And then you can go in here and you can see what some work from home. You can go here where it says careers, because that's the name of the company here. And then you can always search within the company and see. You can go under the careers part, and then you can go right here, and it could bring up some job openings here. As you can see on the screen, it will tell you if it's remote. Yes. So as you can see, sales executive, they're hiring for remote. Supervisor, reporting, specialized one prioritization. That is what we went over here. The reimbursement specialist, we went over that. That's working from home. Member service representative, no, we're remote. So you want to just scroll down here, all this other stuff. Analyst 2, compliance, yes, you work from home. You just go in here like I'm doing and explore within the company and see where you're interested in. If you're interested in something, you click on it and you can go ahead and just take action today. And to apply for the jobs, again, it is to my right, where you can apply for the job and you can see. So if we go back into one of these jobs here, you can apply like a prior authorization. This is where you apply for the job that we just left. And then also when you go up here, you apply right here. Okay. So that is what I want to show y'all. I don't want y'all to miss out on a lot of things. A lot of people like to miss out and don't explore within the company and see what other that they have to offer. These companies have a whole bunch of other jobs that are available that could be a good fit for you, but you just got to apply for multiple positions in order to make it happen. Okay. Like I always say is if this video has been helpful, I want you to hit that like button as well as leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to build a community where we can uplift and encourage one another on our job search and everyday life. And if you want to be a part of that ride, you have to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to share these videos on your social media platforms so more and more people can see what I have to offer each and every single day. I want to say good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon. It just depends on when you're watching this video. I just want to say is that you got this. God has you. He will provide for you. I love using the scenario about a bird. A bird do not worry how they eat because God will provide for them. They're always on the ground eating. So you don't think that if God can provide for a bird, he won't provide for you. He would definitely provide for you whatever you need, whether you need your bills paid, you need a house, you need a car, you need a job. He's there to provide for you. And I always say to God, I feel the answer in 3 ways: yes, no, and wait. And sometimes we got to wait. We want to learn to lean to God's understanding, not your own understanding. And that's what I've learned. Lean to God's understanding. When you lean to your own understanding, it's not going to be successful as if, if you wait on God. God will provide. Like I said, when I first started working from home, it was a journey. Okay, trust me, it took me a while to find a job. I didn't know I was applying for over 200 applications and I was denied and didn't understand why until I reached out to the hiring manager and they said, well, the reason why one person responded to me, it's your resume. Your resume is not optimized to the job. When they sat down and showed me for free, then I started understanding and then start clicking. And the next time I was able to get a job, I know what it's like to be lied on. I told y'all I have gotten fired for no reason at all. Many times. One job I got fired because we shared the same lockbox and it had money in it. I was working for an insurance company and there was so many people working, with the money, and the money came up missing and they were blaming me for something I didn't do. And I said, check the cameras. No, I'm not going to check the cameras. You did it. So they fired me. And when they decide to check the cameras, they find out it wasn't me and they try to beg me back. And I said, no. It was one job that I went to, and at that time, me and my husband, we were trying to get a house. We were trying to close on our first house. And I went to another job. I left one company because they were working me to death and I wasn't making any money. So I went to this company because I thought, hey, I was making a lot of money. And I went there and I tell you, I told y'all this story about the prayer Jabez. For those who don't know what the prayer Jabez is, you praying and asking God to enlarge your territory. And it was one girl on the job. She asked me, what did I think about the book? I say, let's wait until our lunch break. She's like, no, I want to know now. And I say, it's a good book. She went back into the office and said I was talking, that she couldn't do her job. And then my supervisor had told me that when you get ready to print, HICFA forms onto paper, let her know because it could tie up the computer. Tire up the printer. I told her, and she said, oh, she got tired of me telling her. So it was a setup. When I went into the office, there was a box, and anytime you see a box, they're going to fire you. And I was fired. And at that time, like I said, we was trying to get a house, and it was people in the family that was jealous because we were trying to get a house. That's why I say everybody's not happy for you. And when they fired me, they asked me, what is I'm going to do? That's what these people asked me, what is I'm going to do? And I say, God will supply all of my needs according to his riches and glory. And when I got fired 4 hours later, I kid you not. That's why I say it's very important to plant that seed and have multiple things going on. The job that I applied for maybe 6 months ago, they end up calling me and ask me, can I come in that same day for an interview? And I say yes, and they hired me on the spot. There was people in the family that was jealous because we were getting a house. You know, that's how people do. Sometimes your own family is jealous of you because you're trying to do things with your life. So they say, oh, you ain't gonna be able to get no house right now. You're gonna have to call the man. I called the man and said, look, I got fired. We might not be able to get a house. He said, I pulled your credit and your record last week, so you and your husband qualify for a house. You're still getting a house. So that's why I say when you're walking in the favor of God, it ain't nothing nobody can do. People get jealous, don't understand why God is taking you to the next level. So I can say favor is not fair. People don't understand. You got to be careful messing with God's children. You know what I'm saying? It's people out here that are anointed by the Lord, and you got to be very careful what you say and how you say. So I want you to stay focused and don't give up. Keep pushing. Push your way through the door. Pushing means pray until something happens. Prayer is the key that will unlock doors that you thought that you never could enter. And I talk about this because this is all I know. When I'm weary, I pray. When I'm jobless, I'm praying. When I don't know how my bills is going to make it, I pray. When I don't know what my food, if I'm going to have food, I'm going to pray. That's just me. That's the only option that has worked for my life, y'all. Friends wasn't there for me when I lost my job way back when I first moved up here. You know what I'm saying? I was God was with me. But when you are jobless and you try to call friends, they won't answer their phone because they think that you're begging for money. And all you need is, hey, is your company hiring? Their company's hiring, and they won't even tell you that their company's hiring. So I know that the only person you can depend on is one person. His name is Jesus. He will never leave you, nor he will forsake you. I want you to keep pushing, keep believing. Don't disqualify yourself before you apply for these jobs. Let the company do it. I have been praying for you and praying with you. And I know that God will bless you with the right job, but you got to wait. And sometimes you got to be patient, y'all. Trust the process. Many blessings to each and every one of y'all. And I pray that whatever you desire in your heart, it shall be given in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.